Call me Dan, the Lakers fan. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jet.
What up, family? It's your boy DTLF back on another video. And boy, when my phone blows up, my phone blows up. So my apologies to those of you I have not been able to text back. I was out at the grocery market when my phone just started going crazy, and I know exactly what happened. A blockbuster trade has occurred in the NBA, and I thought it was the Lakers for a second. But man, here come the New Orleans Pelicans, and they swept in and they steal. And I'm talking about an absolute freaking steal. They stole Dejounte Murray, man, from the Atlanta Hawks. That's crazy. People don't believe the Laker tax is real. As soon as I tweeted it, I got a bunch of negative replies about Rob. Rob can't control. And historically, the Lakers never get the great trades. It's rare when we pull off like the Pau Gasol type trades. Historically, we got to find gems and guys that have no name. But when we try to get an actual name guy, somebody else swoops in and they steal him right from under our nose. And you're not going to tell me that. Again, this is the breaking news. Dejounte Murray for Larry Nance, Dyson Daniels, and 2 first-round picks. And to add insult to injury, one of those first-round picks is our pick for next year. So the Hawks going to be picking where we're supposed to pick. 2 first-round picks and Larry Nance, essentially, for Dejounte Murray. The Lakers, mind you, the Lakers been trying to get Dejounte Murray for quite some time. Now, I'm not upset about Dejounte because I'm okay on Dejounte. I don't think he's the star everybody thinks he is. I much prefer Trey Young. But what does this mean for Trey? Are they going to keep Trey or are they going to trade them both? Because if I'm Atlanta, I'm getting rid of both of them. And hopefully now the Lakers will get involved. The Pelicans were interested in Trey. But now they got Dejounte, which means there's only one competitor for, you know what I'm saying? There's only one competitor for the Lakers for Trey Young, potentially, assuming he is gone. Now, mind you, I posted earlier that he wiped away all his Atlanta Hawks media right before this trade happened. So when I post something, you know, it's legit. Shout out to everybody who tagged me on that. But that is crazy. That is crazy, right? So what do you guys think of this? What is the main problem? Is it Rob Pelinka? Like, people really saying it's Rob Pelinka doesn't have a good relationship with everybody? I think it's multiple things. I'm not going to point the finger at one thing. I think it's obviously it might partially have to do with Rob Pelinka, but I also think the Lakers historically never get these type of trades, these favorable trades, unless somebody like Jerry West, who was working at the front office at the time for Memphis, you know, does us a solid. But Dejounte Murray, I kind of never felt like he was going to be a Laker, to be honest. And here he is. I mean, think about it. We probably offered something along the lines of Gabe Vincent and Rui plus 2 first-round picks. I love Larry Nance. Don't get me wrong. But Rui is a way better player than both of the players they got over there combined. So the fact that nothing happened in our favor just tells you really that it is what it is. Let's see. My guy LA Sports Live says, Hawks fans are saying Atlanta want to shed salary. Nance is an expiring contract. Our guys all have multiple years left on their deals. Well, not D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell, if he opts in, he's on a 1-year deal. They would have waited a little bit. Maybe that's why D'Lo didn't opt in. Maybe he wasn't trying to get traded. But Trey is leaving. It's either us or San Antonio Myers. Let's go, Alexandra. I really hope that we land Trey Young. He's been my target all along. Let's see if Rob Pelinka. I'm not gonna crap on him too much because I know he didn't get this deal done. But a lot of it has to do with the Lakers, man. I'm telling you guys right now, it's been forever. We've known that the Laker tax was real, fam. We have known this. This is a far gone conclusion at this rate. It's always been real. We always have to pay extra. Look at the trade we did for Russell Westbrook. To get a has-been player who can't find a home, we traded Kuzma, KCP, and a first-round pick. Oh, I think we included Montrezl Harrell as well. All for Russell Westbrook, a guard that couldn't shoot and came over here with a bad attitude, man. You would have thought he was on his day, you know, the way he came over here. And matter of fact, where's all that Kumbaya stuff the Clippers were singing? Now there's a rumor that they don't want him either. So it was all for show, man. But very disappointed. The fact that the Hawks didn't get the best trade And this always happens. Again, other teams get favorable trades. Meanwhile, the Lakers are sitting here confused, like, wait a minute, we offered this, this, and that, and nothing. We've been trying. Listen, they wouldn't budge. They kept wanting Austin Reeves. They got no one near Austin Reeves' skill set. So I'm glad we didn't trade Austin. I know some people are mad. Oh, we should have traded Austin. No, because for us, it's always a higher price. What player did the Pelicans give up that had any potential at all? Larry Nance is who he is. Dyson Daniels, don't make me laugh. Ridiculous. And by the way, next year's first round pick, assuming the Lakers play really well, it's not going to be worth much anyways for the Hawks. Now, I pray to God we get Trey Young, man. That's all I'm hoping for at this point. Mamba said Pelicans and Hawks trolling. They really don't like us, played hard ball with us, and gave up Murray for almost nothing. It is so disappointing. It is beyond disappointing. Thanks for Super Chat, bro. It is next level disappointment right there. When I read this on the store, I completely stopped shopping for groceries. My girl did. Shout out to her. She carried that, the rest of the task. But I couldn't get off my phone. I couldn't believe it. That was the price to pay. You see what Mikal Bridges pulled from the New York Knicks, and we had talked about Dejounte Murray not pulling the same thing, but this is like pennies to the dollar right here. And I love my guy Larry. I'm not trying to shit on him. He's a very good role player, but that is where it ends. Very very solid role player, anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. You're talking about Dejounte, man, a two-way player, a starter, like a legit guy, borderline all-star. He's not an all-star in the West, but in the East, he's a borderline all-star. They they go ahead and trade him for pennies to the dollar. D'Lo not making a fucking decision could have affected on this. It could have. Okay, I thought I read another breaking news deal. My bad. It could have affected for sure, but I really think the Lakers had a solid package in place. I mean, let's be honest. Rui Hachimura is better than anybody they got over there in Atlanta right now. And he's on a very favorable contract. I know what they're saying about the expiring contract. I'm not buying it because we have expiring contracts too. Gabe Vincent is on an expiring contract. If D'Lo opts in, he'll be on an expiring contract, right? We have expiring contracts too, and we have very solid pieces that they could have built with moving forward. But I guess they're trying to. I really think Trey Young's going to get traded next. I really hope it's to my Lakers, man. Look, I know a lot of you guys aren't on board, but we'd be getting the best player. All of this would be forgotten if they trade Trey Young this way. Jonathan, appreciate you, bro. You said go all in for Trey. If not DeMar, we got no choice. We got to get somebody, right? We got to get somebody. We got to make a splash here because all the Western teams are getting better. Western teams are getting a lot better, right? So, yeah, we definitely got to do something. I 110% agree with that. However, we cannot give up too much. Like, people wanted us to give up Reeves and 3 first-round picks for Dejounte. I told you guys he was not worth that. And the market proved me right. Dejounte was worth exactly what I thought, maximum of 2 first-round picks, right? Same thing for Trey. I'll be honest with you. I don't know why balloons are coming out. It's not a celebration computer. But I'll be honest with y'all. Trey Young is not worth 3 first-round picks either. Trey Young, I believe they said his value was even lower than Dejounte Murray, and his market is even lower than the Dejounte Murray's. So what can we do to pull off a Trey Young deal? Again, we're not giving up Austin Reeves. We saw them give up Larry Nance Jr. There's no way. Tiana says, is the Lakers' first-round pick in the draft any good? He seems to be really good. I've never personally seen him play outside of highlights, so I can't wait to see him play in the summer league. I didn't even scout him, Tiana, to be honest with you, because I didn't think he would slip in the draft like that. But, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all I'm going to say is I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see the players, the second-year players that are coming back, Colin Castleton, Maxwell Lewis, obviously Bronny James, and as well as my guy, Connect 4. So I'm excited. We'll see what happens there. But right now, I'm very disappointed that we were not able to pull off a trade with the Hawks so far. Now, that disappointment could be flushed down the toilet if they hand over Trey Young. Like, seriously, let him come over here. You guys aren't doing nothing. You traded away Dejounte for pennies to the dollar. If I'm Trey, I'm pissed off. I'm like, Larry Nance is all we got. Trade me now, fam. Trade me right now. This is absolutely a tank season. You know, they got that French guy with the first overall pick. I'm not even sure if that was the right first overall pick. They should have went with the number 2 overall pick, right? So they messed up there. And then on top of that, right, they traded away John Collins last year. This is a team that's just trying to repeat. They're just trying to avoid any sort of tax. and tank at the same time. I'm hoping they hit a home run with a franchise player. It's time for Trey to go, and I would not be shocked if he gets traded here subsequently. Now, I don't know if he'll come to the Lakers because, again, that Laker tax is real. But if the Lakers are somehow convinced Atlanta that what we're offering is way better than what they got for Dejounte Murray, then maybe we'll have some sort of a deal. What type of deal do you guys think we should offer potentially for a Trey Young, or are you guys still cold feet on Trey since Dejounte's gone now? I'm curious. I want to see what my Laker family is thinking. This is all interesting to me. Trey Young is in a bad spot right now. Send him home. Send him over here, man. He's prime time. He's ready for the limelight. So I'm telling you, he's ready for the limelight. He's a big time player, and I think Laker fans are going to fall in love with him. Even if you don't love him right now, you don't like him, whatever, because of his hair. That's irrelevant. That is irrelevant. Let's go. I hate this. We offered more during the trade deadline than this BS. Yeah, but that's usually how it goes. See, I'm not even surprised anymore. Fam, I'm not shocked. I'll be shocked if we actually pull something off. I'll be more shocked, like pleasantly surprised. But right now, this is what I expect every team to curve us and go ahead and turn around and make a deal with other teams that are favorable to other teams. And in the process, screwing us over as well. Right? Yeah, a lot of people don't like him because of his hair. It's ridiculous, bro. You would think this is a beauty pageant or a runway show. You wouldn't think it's the NBA, the way they like these suckers out here talking about his hair and they don't want Trey Young because he's a bum. Like, have y'all paid attention to his career? This dude is a legit all-star. Legit. Yeah, but don't be heated. Look, I never expected Dejounte Murray to be a Laker. I thought we'd offer a good package. I'm pretty sure Rob Pelinka did. Maybe we'll get more details out of that. I know for a fact we didn't want to trade Austin Reeves, rightfully so. If you look at what the Pelicans gave up, they didn't give up nothing of major value, right? They're able to retain, obviously, Zion, Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum. What did they give up, really? Outside of the 2 first-round picks. By the way, I really hope that the Lakers ball out, get 50 wins, and as a result, the Hawks get a crappy. One of those 2 picks is crappy. It's like in the mid-20s, mid to late 20s. That's what I really want. But I'm not sure if that'll happen. We need a lot of improvement. A lot of people heated, man. But, hey, this is the Laker tax, man. If you guys been here past the LeBron era, like before the LeBron era, you know that this is usually how it goes. Once in a blue moon, we'll strike a really good deal and we'll land somebody like a Pau Gasol. But even then, we gave up multiple first-round picks. We gave up his brother Mark, who ended up being an all-star. We gave up an expiring contract in Kwame Brown. You know, we still had to give up a lot if you think about it. But it was obviously worth it. Obviously, we got the better end of the trade. It's extremely disappointing, though. I'm not going to lie to you guys, man. But it always happens. I'm used to it at the same time. Let's see. Dan, would you do a trade for Trey and Capella? I'd consider it. However, that Clint Capella contract is a little disastrous, Nakomi. It's pretty ugly, right? However, the cap is going up, and Capella would definitely help the Lakers. And I'm sure they would want to package Capella and get rid of that contract. So if that's what it takes to get Trey Young, yes. We also get a solid big man who can help with rim protection and rebounding. So, again, depending on what has to go out, but as long as they don't butcher us and all of that, man, then I'm good with it. What do you guys think? He said Hawks won't trade Young because he is a draw. He doesn't want to be there no more, man. And they're rebuilding. They have to lean completely into the rebuild. Otherwise, it's going to mess up. Like Trey Young's the type that'll get you an extra, 10 to 15 wins per season, right? If you're an Atlanta Hawks fan. And I'm not sure you want that right now because everybody's tanking for Cooper Flag next year and a couple of other prospects. Apparently, next year's draft is going to be deeper. So it's the perfect time. See, if you're going to hit the reset button, Craig, you got to go all the way. You already traded away Dejounte. Might as well get rid of Trey Young as well. And why not get rid of him while he still has value? Because you never know. The value could dip. Let's see. D'Lo taking forever, man. Well, he has until tomorrow. He has until tomorrow to make his decision, and we will go from there. Is Trey Young a Hall of Famer, Dan? Not as of right now. No, sir. As of right now, no. However, he comes to Lakers and helps us win a couple of championships, he will be. We're talking about 25 points and 8 assists per game, fam. We're not talking about some chump. Don't be fooled by the mainstream media or even Twitter or anybody that talks down on Trey Young. This is a young man who's been a killer throughout his career. This is a young man that's only 25 years of age, right? You're talking about getting a young star that you could pair up with AD past the LeBron era, right there. And this is a young man that could also be very lethal in the pick and roll. Again, I don't want to continue to make a case for Trey Young. I just want to see what's going to happen. I have a feeling he's going to get dealt too. I just hope it's not to the Spurs because I think they're the only threat we have right now. They would have asked for Rui, Reeves, Max, Bronny in a second if it and yeah, bro, they're asking for too much always. But you know, us diehard longtime Laker fans, we know a lot of people want to blame Rob, and I'm not here to exempt Rob because Rob does have to make things happen. But I'm here to tell you guys this has been going on before Rob Pelinka. This was going on when Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss was at the helm. This was going on before that. You know, it's just once in a while. And if you look at most of the trades we've made, they're for young pieces before they became what they are, right? Like Trevor Ariza before he was Trevor Ariza, right? We traded him from the Knicks, or was it the Orlando Magic? We acquired him for Vladimir Radmanovich, right? Guys like that. We always acquire them before they're like the Trey Young or Dejounte Murrays, right? So that's why I'm not expecting nothing crazy, but it'd be nice, man. It'd be nice. Trey has to say, I want to go to the Lakers, right, Dan? Well, he already has. We're on his list. The Pelicans were up there, but they're off the market now because they got Dejounte. And then the Spurs and the Lakers, those are his top landing destinations that he wants to go to, according to multiple reports. So, yeah, we're there already. It's just, look, for me, it doesn't make sense to put Trey Young with San Antonio. Sure, would it be entertaining to sell tickets? Of course. You got Wemby, you got Trey. It's definitely going to sell tickets, put butts in seats. But I don't think that's what Greg Popovich is about. Greg Popovich, what he really wants to do is build. If you look at the history of the way he did it, he's going to have Wemby as the key centerpiece, and then he just drafted a guard. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's going to want a point guard that's going to grow alongside Wemby instead of an established one already that comes in and right away takes over. So that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. They could want Trey Young. They want to speed up the playoff process. But if I was them, I would really lean into, you know, getting players to grow alongside, you know, Wemby. They already got Devin Vassell. They already got guys like Keldon Johnson. So to me, Trey Young just doesn't fit that timeline. Now, if you look at Trey Young, he fits our timeline perfectly. We want an NBA-ready guard now. Listen, Trey Young would be the best point guard we have had in Los Angeles since Derek Fisher. That's saying a lot. That is saying a lot, fam. We haven't found that consistent, stable point guard. We thought it was going to be D'Angelo Russell. He magically disappears in the playoffs. We haven't found that stability from the point guard position. We've been searching and searching and searching. Trey Young could give us that stability offensively, at least. Defensively, not so much. But offensively, putting us in pick and roll situations, helping us with another closer down the stretch, the ball handling, the flash, you know, the charisma, it's all there, man. I'm ready. Who's ready? Laker Nation, who's with me? Yeah, we didn't get Dejounte, everybody's favorite choice, except mine. But, you know, Trey Young's still there. And if we can somehow, you know, get them to cooperate a little bit, then maybe there can be a trade to be had. But in a way, the fact that Dejounte Murray was supposedly had more trade value than Trey Young, and he went for so cheap, in a way, I think that's going to benefit a potential trade with the Lakers if that does come to fruition, right? Jonathan says Spurs will beat us for trade. Don't be surprised. I wouldn't. I expect it at this point, but I hope that, man, the basketball gods answer my prayers. Trey Young would be a heaven sent from up above. I'm telling you, best point guard we've had since Derek Fisher. Remember, we've had guys like Ramon Sessions, who was a one-year rental, didn't work out. You know, we've had guys obviously like D'Lo. We've had guys along the way who we were hoping would be, you know, the second coming, the next in line to help us to titles, and we haven't. We haven't been able to win titles. So let's be honest, since Derek Fisher left, the next best point guard as far as consistency and is actually a Hall of Famer, actually helped us to a title, was Rondo, and he was coming off the bench, right? So that's what it is, man. My guy said, Lil Dex, appreciate you. How TF is it Rob's fault if teams playing dirty? It's not. It's not Rob's fault. However, the pressure is on Rob. It's his job to get deals done. If he can't do it, eventually the hammer is going to fall on him, right? Eventually the hammer will fall on Rob Pelinka. But Rob, here's the thing I'll tell you about Rob. I don't think he's stupid. I don't think he's going to wilt to any stupid trades. He already did a couple of those with the Washington Wizard one. You know, the one Magic Johnson did with the Clippers for Zubats for Muscala was really stupid. But outside of that, I think you learn from your mistakes. And as you see, last year, he overpowered the scouts in the draft, and we passed on Jaime Jaquez and Cam Whitmore. This year, it looks like we might have took the best player available. So we learned from that. Rob has to learn from that, and he can't overpay, right? Even for Trey. As much as I love Trey, I don't want to overpay. I don't want to give up 3 first-round picks in Austin Reeves or 3 first-round picks in Rui or 3 first-round picks in Vando in a package? No. They either get 2 first-round picks and a pick between Rui and Vando and maybe some fillers like Gabe Vincent, expiring contract, right? Since they're interested in that, apparently, or nothing. Or you can go and trade with the Spurs and get fleeced over there, right? But yeah, it does suck, man. Does from a Laker standpoint, I remember when Allen Iverson was up on the trade block. I think it was Philly. Was it Philly or was it Detroit? Oh, I think when AI was on the trade block, I was hoping that the Lakers got involved, but we just never. We never get involved in those big names like that because those teams don't want to send their mega stars this way because they know that if they help us to a title, they're going to look back in that trade. They know. I remember Kendall Marshall, but for me, Kendall Marshall was not a good point guard. He was a product of the Mike D'Antoni system. But I remember he was getting everybody excited, point guard, pass first guy. He was averaging like close to 10 assists. I remember. But then he was never nothing after he left, the Lakers. Let's see. Problem with Trey is he takes away more money than Murray, so we just have to load up a lot more players. Well, not a lot more players. Like there's a couple things we can do. Obviously, Rui makes like what? What does Rui make? Like 17 mil, 16, 17 mil, something like that, 18. All right, and then Gabe Vincent makes like what, 11, something like that, the mid-level exception, something like that. So, so we got to be extremely smart about this whole situation, man, and kind of just fill in the contract voids to make a Trey Young deal happen. For me, the biggest thing you're giving up is the 2 first-round picks. I think our 2 first-round picks are going to be worth more than other teams' 2 first-round picks because those are slated to happen once LeBron retires. And so, a lot of teams could be like, well, maybe that'll be a lottery team, right? Trey and Levine's contracts are too similar. I'll take Trey Young over Levine any day. Sorry. I'm sorry. Let's see here. But Dan, Trey playing in the shadow of AD and LeBron is taking a step down from being an 18-shot ball handling star in a small market. It's not a step down. It's a step up because now you're on the biggest, brightest lights and the biggest stage. He doesn't have to average 25 here. We'll settle with anywhere between 20 to 23, with 8 assists. And he can do that. He can get hot real quick, man. Again, I've been following this kid his whole career. Been a huge fan of his. He's truly a killer. How many players you can say go into the Garden, right, in Boston in Game 6, right, down 2. They hit damn near a half-court three-point shot to force a Game 7. There's not many of those. You know what I mean? There's not many of those that you can really say, right? Trey Young is one of them. He's fearless, man. He's made for the limelights. I'm telling you, he's not going to be like Westbrook, who shrinks in the big spotlight. He's not going to be like these other guards that have came over here, like Malik Beasley, who got traded here as one of the better shooters, and then he shrunk. He was on the shrinkage plan, right? You would have thought it was cold outside, and then he goes to Milwaukee, and he's like one of the best 3-point shooters. So again, not everybody's built for the limelights. One of the main reasons I want Trey is because I feel like he is built. I don't feel like it. I know he is. Need D'Lo expiring deal for that Trey Young deal would make it much easier to happen. I agree. And the good news is that might potentially go down. Maybe that's what's holding up a potential trade there, right? Maybe that's what is holding it up. But yeah, he needs to opt in. And once he opts in, then we can make something happen. But it's an exciting time, man. Hey, Pelicans got a hell of a deal. Dejounte Murray is going to be really good for them. All right. They've been looking for their guard for quite some time, too. They thought it was Lonzo. It wasn't. Injury problems or whatever. They drafted a couple of young guards that didn't work out. Now they got somebody who's kind of proven, who's going to put up 18 points per game, get a couple of steals, get out in transition, play some solid defense. That's a good trade for the Pelicans. It is. For the Hawks, I think they lost the trade big time. I think they lost the trade big time. You know what? I forget it is Phone Call Friday. I completely forget. So I should open up the phone lines and let you guys chime in on the whole situation, man. This is a very intriguing situation. And yeah, let me do that right now. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Let's see. Let's open up the phone line, see what you guys think. I know some people are going to push back on the Trey Young thing. I want to hear everybody's opinion. Go ahead. Hop up in here. And Phone Call Friday, guys, is active. Completely forgot it was Friday. That's how busy I've been. And then with all this trade rumors and all the coverage I've had, you lose track of the days. And like I said, I was out there in the grocery store, man. My girl she's asking me what did I want. And I'm on phone. But yeah, it's Phone Call Friday, guys. All you got to do is click the link. and hop up over here and let's talk some basketball. Let's bring in my first guest, my guy KJ.
What up?
How you feeling, man? How you feel about Dejounte Murray to the Pelicans, man?
I ain't know nothing about it until Die Hard messaged me. He said check your DM. I'm like, what? I said, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Man, I'm telling you, it's crazy when those notifications hit my phone. As soon as it happens, like I haven't even replied to all my DMs, but
yeah, because I text you too. I'm like, I know Dad see this bullshit.
Yeah, I was at the store, man. I'm like, come on, baby, we gotta go. Rush back home to cover it, but the details is what drives me crazy, bro. Larry Nance Jr. and Dyson Daniels.
That's what I said. I told Daha, I said we offer way better than that, and they turned us down.
It's really frustrating, man. But this, to be honest with you, this always happens. As a Laker fan,
I know, Dan. I'm learning. You say I get used to.
We rarely get the really good trades unless we giving up maximum value or somebody just undervalues the piece they have. Let me ask you this: would you like Trey Young, and what do you think we should give up for him? What would you give up?
I take Trey Young in a heartbeat.
Right? What do you think would be maximum value we should?
I get him. I get him 2 first-round picks and like Rui and Gabe. I'm not giving up Austin. I don't want to give up Austin.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I 110% agree.
Two first rounds, Gabe. 2 first rounds, Gabe and Rui. I'm trying to keep Austin out of it.
Yeah, you have to at this point, especially after seeing what Dejounte Murray brought back to them. It's like they ain't getting nothing even near what Austin's value is. Matter of fact, they didn't even get a Max Christie type of player, right? Like it's ridiculous, but that is the Laker tax, my friend. Let me go ahead and you can stay on, bro. I'm gonna bring in my next caller, man. We're gonna cycle through callers here. Let's bring in my guy Reese. What's up, bro?
What's going on with it, bro? Like,
what up,
man? I saw it immediately came to my phone, and I saw they got Larry Nance and Daniel Tice, whatever that dude name is. I don't even know him, but Rui is better than both of them put together. So it's just like, but I kind of expected this to happen because the moment the Lakers want something, that's when people want to snatch that person up. It's the same thing with Zach Edey. Lakers wanted Zach Edey. Where'd he wind up?
Yeah.
Number 9. And Kelly Ware, who everybody had above Edey, somehow fell to 15.
Look. People are saying Trey's only looks good in the East. The West has bigger guards. He's only 6'1", 164.
Man, I still take
that. Trey. Won't matter. That will not matter. Trey is Trey.
I wonder if people really watching basketball. Trey be cooking Western Conference guards as well. You know,
that's the thing. I don't think they know. Like at the end of the day, what people got to realize is that boy Trey is Trey, and so. Now, I did say I wanted Dejounte Murray, but mainly because of his defense. But at the end of the day, the best player is still Trey Young. So we get Trey Young, I'm 100% for it. But all I'm giving up for it, since they made that bullshit ass deal, all I'm giving up for it is the 2 first-round draft picks, because, again, his value is supposed to be lower than Dejounte Murray's for some reason.
Yeah.
2 first-round draft picks, Rui,
and Gabe. It is it.
Gabe.
Absolutely. That's the maximum.
Maybe Jalen Hood-Schifino, maybe that. But that's it.
They're not getting Vando and they're not getting Reeves. I'm sorry.
You're not getting Vando. You ain't getting Reeves. Kiss our behinds with that.
Hey, they wanted Larry Nance. They want expiring contracts. Guess what?
Y'all get D-Lo too if y'all want it.
Gabe Vincent is expiring, and so is D-Lo if he opts in.
You can get D-Lo, hell.
We give him 2. We'll give him 2 expiring contracts. You know what I'm saying? For a deal. I agree, man. Now, people say we're kind of split on this. Some people say Trey's a killer. Some say we wrong about Trey. Look, man.
Trey killing. I don't know.
Clearly, do y'all watch basketball?
No, I have
seriously. This is the same dude that took that same Hawks team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. I'm saying I literally have League Pass. I tune in just for Trey Young. You think I'm watching the Hawks for anybody else? No, absolutely not. But yeah, you know what? It's all good. Hopefully there is a deal to be had, man.
I hope so.
Free agency 2 days away. Big Reese, who do you think the Lakers should target primarily?
Whoever they target, it has to be a big man. Like if if it don't work out with Trey, what's going on with Nick Claxton? Do y'all know what's going on with Nick Claxton right now?
4-year deal already. He signed a 4-year extension.
Oh, he signed?
Yeah, he re-signed. He's going back to Brooklyn.
Okay. Damn, because that was definitely one player that I did want. But they got to get a big. If they can't get Trey Young, at least trade for a big.
I'm not overpaying
now.
Hey, Maurice, I'm not overpaying for no big though.
Yeah, no, don't overpay for Jack.
That's some
If that Dejounte Murray, that Dejounte Murray deal happened, don't overpay for Jack. That cause we gonna go right back to that. I mean, Rob should let it be known too. If you give up, if you get Larry Nance and Tyson Daniel, whoever his name is, you basically two. I ain't gonna say Larry Nance is scrub, but the other dude, he is scrub to me. So if you giving up, honestly, a little bit above a scrub, and you giving up a second, and you get Dejounte Murray, bro. Trey Young ought to be cheap.
Yeah,
he ought to be on the doggone sale sign.
I won't say cheap, but he's worth at least 2 first-round picks, at least.
Yeah,
that's what.
Yeah, when I say cheap, I'm talking about like he should be like on the for sale sign. Like he shouldn't be worth no 3 first-round draft picks. He shouldn't be worth Reeves and Vando. He shouldn't be worth all that if that's the case.
For sure, Reese. Appreciate the call, brother. Thank you for tapping in, man.
Anytime. Hey. Like these teams need to get it right, man. I don't know what their problem is with us, but hey, it ain't our fault that we this good. But then again,
Reese, they racist to the Lakers.
I don't know about it being racist. I think they just hate the fact that the Lakers are winners, and that's just what that is. We just winners.
They'll trade with the Celtics though. They got more than we got.
It's all jealousy, man. Whenever you're at the top,
they ain't that good of a franchise, though. They know that.
Whenever you're at the top of anything, there's gonna be jealousy. Appreciate the call, Reese. Appreciate you.
Reese.
Anytime, y'all bless.
Oh, you too, bro. Man. Look. You see the comment section is split. Some people say Trey's overrated. Some people say Trey's a killer. Look, one thing I'll say about Trey, he's not afraid of the moment. He's not afraid of the bright lights, man. He will come in here and he will kill for the Lakers. I promise you that. He'll at least be a 20-point per game scorer. Especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can't say the same for D'Angelo Russell. I don't care nobody says. Somebody tweeted at me. They was pissed that I said Trey Young should be a Laker because they thought D'Lo was the same thing. I'm like, no.
Hell no.
No, D'Lo needs screens to get open. You can't say the same for Trey. Trey will come, cross you over, hit you with a zoom.
Step back.
Yeah, he got the teardrop. He's got a bag on him. So I look forward to it, man. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to get too hyped up about it. Let's bring in our next caller. My guy, Just B. What's up, bro? Yo. Okay, he's not there. All right, let's bring in my guy James. CJ, what's up, bro?
Oh, what's up, family? What's up, KJ?
What up, CJ?
How you doing, man? Talk to me. Dejounte Murray.
I heard. I'm in like Friday night service and all that stuff, man. I'm over there. I get a notification. I see my boy Dan's notification come up. I said, let's see what happened. Then I see, hold up, Dejounte Murray a Pelican?
Yep.
I'm really not surprised. I'm not, as much as I want to be surprised, I'm not surprised. Reasoning why is because of the fact that Atlanta hasn't been wanting to do good faith with us all season long. So they want like hold up, give me a second.
Yeah,
I'm in North. My bad. I'm in North Philly. They haven't been one. Yeah, you're right. They haven't been wanting to do good faith with us all season long. So I'm not surprised that they only got pennies on the dollar for Dejounte Murray. I'm not surprised at all.
Man, I'm not surprised either. I am disappointed though. You know, the Lakers were trying at the trade deadline to do D'Lo plus a couple first-round picks deal with the Hawks, and they turned it down. Now they downgraded, in my opinion. Now, my guy right here makes an interesting point. He said, trade to the Lakers if they have our first 25. Why make us better? Well, I'll tell you why, Bruno. The reason why is because the picks we're trading might be more valuable than the two of the picks that you got. That's why. You might actually get some way better with the Lakers picks that are down the road once LeBron retires. That's why. It has nothing to do with the 25th pick. The 25th pick, the Lakers are on the uptick right now. We got a better coach. You know what I'm saying? We got some young talent coming in. Who knows what we do in free agency? Regardless of what the Hawks do, the 2025 pick shouldn't be worth too much unless we had like a injured, riddled season and it's an atrocity, right? So I'm not too worried about that one if I'm the Hawks. I'd be more worried about the future, right? And so, I mean, a lot of people split on Trey Young. How you feeling on Trey Young, CJ?
Honestly, let's do it. Hey, I'm with it. If it makes us better, but if we happen to not do it, because me personally, from what I've been hearing from Atlanta, they only wanted to really get rid of one of them. And honestly, to be honest with you, even though I do love Trey Young, I do understand them trading Dejounte Murray because he's flashier. They just got a number 1 overall pick. He'll probably fit a little bit better with whatever his name is. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name. And the rest of the squad over there. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of don't trade him. But if they do, yeah, we got to go all in it, because if he literally, this will show how petty the NBA and these NBA teams is. If DeJounte Murray is as valuable as people have been saying that he is, then Trey Young we better not have to spend any more than 2 first-round picks for Trey Young. And that's the max, because the thing is, Trey Young is valuable, but Trey Young is probably the most hated person in the league from what I've been hearing. There are a lot of people that don't like him, but if he's available for us, let's do it, because literally that'll make us a whole lot better.
What drives me crazy about the Trey Young hate is that people literally – I get the no defense argument is fair, right? For like, obviously, that's a given. But for those people that say, I hate Trey Young, they don't give a reason. There's a lot of people that don't really like Trey Young, and it's like, why? I don't understand. He's 25 points, 7 assists guaranteed if it's his own team, and if it's not, it's probably 20 plus anyways. So, it's one of those things when it rarely happens that a young star at the age of 25 is on the move potentially. Now, there's a chance that Atlanta could like say, you know what, we traded Dejounte, like you already said, man, we got the number 1 pick. We're gonna keep Trey and sell some tickets. They could do that for sure. But I just, I think it's counterproductive, man. If they're trading the guys like DeJounte for first-round picks and salary dump, they might as well go all in and rebuild, in my opinion. Like, you might as well tank this season with your first overall pick and just and get a maximum return right now that you can for Trey, because you never know. What if Trey gets hurt next year or something? So that's just my take on the whole situation, man. Any free agents you like for the Lakers, CJ?
I do, but real quick, Dan, and KJ, check this out.
Yep.
One mystery guy that we need to look out for. Watch out for Brandon Ingram. Imagine if we get him back. Don't get me wrong, he's not the best fit with us, but I feel like with the fact that he's there and the fact that his price is kind of a little bit lower than all the rest of these guys, I think that he can be attainable. In terms of free agents, also Bruce Brown too. But also in terms of free agents, though, to be honest with you, more so like Andre Drummond, somebody simple, and Jonas Valanciunas, to be honest with you.
Right. Hey, CJ, ain't Ingram looking for a max contract?
Hey, people in hell want ice water, but we can't all get what we want. He can get on another team, possibly get that, because I believe we would get his bird rights if he does get traded. Don't fact check me on that, but I believe we do acquire his bird rights, so we would have first place in extending him.
Yeah, here's the thing about Ingram. I think Brandon Ingram still has some value in this league, especially for a younger team that's looking for like a 2 option. Now he is ball dominant. He hasn't proven he can play off the ball. He showed it for Team USA. He really was like a ghost out there, because since he didn't have the ball in his hands, he was non-effective. So I think, like you said, I don't think he'll fit with the Lakers. And I think that price tag is going to be a little too high for BI. Plus, there's some players that actually do fit that are out there right now, man, like the Walker, right? Walker Kessler. Like that kid right there, big man, still under a rookie contract. Maybe,
love that pick.
Somebody said Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown is another nice piece that, he's going to opt in, but maybe D'Lo for Bruce Brown or something like that, assuming they both opt in. So
Well,
something along those lines would be interesting, man. You excited for summer league, CJ?
oh yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Summer League. That's gonna be a hot ticket, like you've been saying. Yeah, oh, like just so hey KJ. I know Dan was legit egging you on the whole second round. I was watching you in agony all yesterday, bro. I said, "Oh my boy," but
Uh,
it's all good.
hey,
It's all a
hey,
good
hey,
fun, man.
hey, 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 hey. I got two words for you. Number
What's
nine.
up?
Number
Number
nine.
nine. Number nine.
No, I thought you was gonna say Ronnie James. Uh,
Uh, no, number nine.
man.
You talking about LeBron James Jr.?
Yeah, I'm getting that number nine.
Hey, what y'all think of that Connect Four, man? That Connect Four jersey.
Oh,
Pretty
Yeah,
fire, right?
that's marketing genius. I said
yeah,
all the
that's
fans were
marketing
saying
genius.
that. That was no
Yeah.
offense.
I
He
had
walked
people
right in the
tagging me,
net. I'm
bro.
like, dude,
They're
get
gonna
number
buy the
four.
jersey just because of that, bro. So that man's really smart, man.
Hey, but then he got to play good though.
Yeah, oh for sure.
No, I think he's gonna be fine though because, bro, like I was telling y'all, he's nice, man. I've been watching a whole lot of film with him ever since we drafted him on
Mhm.
Thursday.
Hey, he
Bro, he's
dunking on
nice.
people too now.
Yeah, I think he's 6'7". Even though they say that he's like 6'5" or something like that, he looks more like 6'7" though, closer to 6'8", like James Ward. I think James Worthy or somebody was saying that. Yeah, he's closer to like 6'7" rather than 6'6". In my opinion, he does seem a little bit taller than 6'6".
Well,
But I can,
that's probably with shoes on.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna get interesting, fam. Again, CJ, appreciate you for tapping in, brother.
Drake.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much,
all right,
man.
fam. I'll
All
see
right.
y'all.
See you later.
I know.
Um, my guy said here the Lakers are interested in Kuz for D'Lo. It would be interesting for sure. I mean, anytime you could bring back somebody like Kuz, who's helped you to the title before, that'd be great. So we got a little update here. I want to give you guys. Chris Haynes reported that the Dallas Mavericks assistant coach Jared Dudley is signing with Clutch Sports for representation as he continues climbing the coaching ranks. Does that sound like something the Lakers might be attached to there?
Uh,
Jared Dudley, man, I think he wants to be an assistant coach with the Lakers. I could see that happening, and
Jared Dudley.
maybe eventually a head coach. But he signs with Clutch. I think it's very telling
Yeah.
of how the connections are there. And remember earlier we heard a rumor how if we hired JJ Redick, they might be interested in Rondo and Jared Dudley. So that's still alive. That's still alive. So we'll see what happens there. Let's bring in our next guest, my guy D Prince. What's up, brother?
Hey Dan, all good here. How are you?
Good, man. Just taking in the news. It's been an interesting offseason, man. We just starting. There's already been two big trades. So far the Mikal Bridges went to the Knicks, and now the Dejounte Murray one to the Pelicans.
Yeah.
You think this trade will have a big impact for the Pelicans? You think they're gonna be a problem next year?
That's always the thing about the Pelicans. They got CJ McCollum and they didn't get far in the playoffs ever since. They got better. They got Zion and CJ there, but still they got, I think, just first round. Or did they reach first round in the first year of CJ? I forgot already, uh, but I can see the Pelicans getting better this next season, though. That's the thing. And I'm just really disappointed about this. We didn't get Dejounte Murray. Uh, I just woke up earlier when I saw the news in Twitter or in X, and
Yeah.
man, the news almost get the consciousness out of me, man.
It's crazy, bro. Larry Nance Jr. and Dyson Daniels is all it takes to fetch you a player like Dejounte Murray. That's
Yeah.
that's the NBA for you. You just never know. You see one team giving up a lot for somebody like Mikal Bridges, and then you see another team getting almost close to nothing. For somebody like Dejounte Murray. What would you do if you're the Lakers, man? How would you pivot? You still pursuing Trey Young, or are you moving on from that and you're trying to just work around the fringes to make this team better? How do you feel, Prince?
Yeah. Right now, if I'm the front office, I'm prioritizing Trey Young. I'll call the Hawks to see what I can what they'll ask for Trey Young, and if not, I'm going to pivot with I think Colin Sexton or like more low key targets. So Colin Sexton, or maybe we can try calling Blazers for Jeremy Grant. Those are all uh, the next backup plan for me if I'm the front office.
Yeah. You know what? I like Jeremy Grant. I think he's very decent, man. He's on an expensive. He's on a contract. I don't know how much because of his injury history, but what do you think, KJ? Is Jeremy Grant on the Lakers? How would you feel about that?
He's a three, right?
Yeah,
He's three.
yeah.
I trade. Yeah, I swap out Rui. I swap out Rui for I forgot his name. Grant. Yeah, I would. I do it.
Now, it's gonna take a lot more than that because
Yeah.
Grant is making, I think.
No. Yeah, I know. So I know you'll have to trade what Rui, Gabe if he opt in. Probably and probably it's probably gonna take 2 picks for him too.
Yeah, I think so too, man. The price is gonna be higher for us. We know that.
It's gonna be high for us. Yeah, it's just gonna be high for us.
For me, I'm almost at the point where I just want to go into free agency and add to our roster. I'm kind of annoyed with a lot of these front offices that don't want to make trades with us. What do you guys like? Who would you guys like for us to add? You think it would elevate us, like from free agency?
We shit.
I think we really need a big now. We didn't get any big from the draft, so I think our priority will be big, really. So I'll get Jonas Valanciunas or Andre Drummond in free agency if I'm the Lakers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jonas Valanciunas, I think, has to be a target. From what I'm hearing, D'Angelo Russell's decision is going to really factor into that because if he opts in to his contract, what happens then is obviously you're not going to have a lot of cap, so you have like the mid-level exceptions, about $6 million to get a player like that. And that's assuming a couple of other players opt out. If he opts out, then and LeBron takes a slight pay cut. I read somewhere that if he took $12 million in total of a pay cut, for his whole contract, then we can go out and offer $12 million to it. Then I think Jonas Valanciunas becomes more realistic. I doubt he comes for $6 million, guys. I doubt it. But outside of him, there's Drummond. I don't know if you guys know Andre Drummond. He was here before. He didn't leave a high impression on Laker fans, right? Somebody said he has tiny little hands and he's very
Butterfingers.
Yeah, they're calling him Kwame basically. But the one thing he does do is rebound and block shots. Would you guys be interested in something like that? Chat, you as well. You guys think Andre Drummond can make somewhat of an impact?
For me, I'll give it a shot. We just need a big body that can stop that for the likes of Jokic and all those other bigs from the other teams. The last time I think it didn't work because of the pressure coming off from a championship year. So I'll give it a shot this year for Drummond. If it's just for a 1-year deal, I think if it's an exception that we give him, it's just 1 year, I think. So yeah, I'll give it a shot with him. I think he will be better for us this year if we have all these young guys around him. So yeah, I'll give it a shot. So long as we don't go to the next season without any big at all, or a bruising big at that. Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood won't do things for us in the next season if they are the backup centers that we have.
Yeah, man. I agree, brother. I agree. Again, thank you so much for calling, Prince. Always a pleasure talking to you, man. Hey, the offseason just getting started, so I expect to open up the phone lines a little bit more and I hope to get you guys to call back. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you, Prince.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. I just have one more question about you, Dan. I asked what's in the chat earlier. Do you think the current CBA has taken like a majority of excitement with free agency? Because of the current CBA, the teams are just like making trades right now before free agency even starts because of the implications of the restrictions.
I think you answered your own question, man. You're exactly right. Absolutely. The new CBA kind of is tailor made for small market teams where they don't want to spend too much. They just want to spend enough, and they don't want to go over that first apron. Definitely don't want to go over that second apron because you get penalized. So now you're going to see a lot less lucrative moves in free agency. Now you're going to see a lot more trades or more sign-in trades and stuff like that. So that's you're absolutely right, Prince. That's exactly what's going on right now. As an NBA fan, we want to see big moves shifting in the offseason, right? We want to see big things happening in the offseason, man. So you're absolutely right, bro.
Yeah, the NBA overcorrected, I think.
Exactly. And the Players Association, led by CJ McCollum, really messed up by signing that bargaining agreement. because they gave up a lot there, man, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, man. We're gonna roll with the punches, and let's see what the Lakers do. They got to get creative. I have a feeling Rob's gonna get creative, and we're gonna be happy by the end of the offseason. That's just my gut, though. Let's see if it's right, man, or if I'm wrong.
Yeah, and I hope D'Lo make his decision already. I know he still has until tomorrow, but he's making us or getting us hostage right now. We can't make any moves because of that majority of the time.
Yeah,
so come on, D'Lo, get your ish together now.
We'll know by tomorrow for sure. The deadline is tomorrow. I think I'm not sure if it's 3 p.m. Pacific or Eastern time. He has to make his decision, so we're gonna know sometime in the afternoon, and I'll break it down for you guys. Again, thank you so much for the call, Prince, my good friend. Have a good one. All right.
Yeah, you too, Dan. It's always awesome to be in your show. Have a good one.
You too, brother. Take
God bless. Yep.
Awesome to have you guys on the show as well. I think that's going to wrap it up for well, actually, I have one more caller. I'll bring him in right now, but I would like to take some of you guys' questions in the chat, so go ahead and post them, and right after I take this caller, I will answer as many as I can. Nico, what's up, bro? Final caller of the show. How you doing, bro?
All right, let's end it with the bang then.
Let's end it with a bang, bro. You got to close it out for us here today. Dejounte Murray to the Pelicans, man. Talk to me.
Man, all I can do is just laugh, Dan. I mean, that's all we can do is just laugh. I'm like, are you serious right now? But God is all right. So then we just got to go to plan B. Trey, you'd be a great pickup. What's the asking price? Who knows? What's the Lakers asking price? That's what we need to really ask. Not the NBA asking price. What's the Lakers asking price? So yeah, it's crazy, bro. I mean, to be honest with you, I think Trey might end up even with the Spurs or Chicago.
Wow.
Because I think Chicago needs a point guard. Spurs need a guy who could put right next to Wemby as the pick and roll and all that good stuff. You can plug him into that system with Pop. I think that would make a 1-2 tandem punch right there, bro.
Well, it would definitely be entertaining. That's for sure. I would be devastated if I think I don't want to hate Trey Young, but if he goes to the Spurs and they turn formidable over there, I think we're going to start disliking that team, including Wemby, who's a fan favorite right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're going to be a problem in the West. Mamba says, Hawks blowing it up. Give me Bogey and Jalen Johnson. From what I'm hearing, Mamba, and thanks for Super Chat. Sorry, I missed it earlier. From what I'm hearing, Jalen Johnson is not on the trade block. Like him and the first overall pick are untouchable. So that's what I'm hearing. As far as Bogey, he's solid. He's been solid for a while, but I don't know. If we get our hands on that. You know who I like? Buddy Hield in free agency. He's been linked to us for a while, and he's going to be a free agent, so that'll be fun.
That'd be, and I think D'Lo is opting in, bro.
Yeah, I think so too. From what we're reading, I
think so too, because I think the market for him is not as good as he thought it was going to be.
Yep.
Exactly. I think he would have, or news would have broke already if some other team would have offered him the deal that he was looking for.
Yeah.
By now.
Exactly. Some other team's interest would have popped up talking about the Magic or the Spurs are interested in D'Angelo Russell. Something.
Yep.
And it's only 2 days till free agency, guys. So make sure you guys tap in on Sunday. But you're absolutely right about D'Lo. I covered it a little bit earlier and talked about how he was gagging the market to see if there was going to be interest in him for some big money, right? Maybe.
And it's drying up really bad. I mean, it's drying up, bro.
I think he had really close to the playoffs, man. Back-to-back playoffs where he didn't make an impact. He put up great regular season numbers, but I think contending teams are looking for guys that not only put up big numbers, but are actually going to be valuable in the postseason. I think, matter of fact, a lot of the guys you're seeing getting paid or traded or valued by other teams, like guys like Caruso, are guys who can, forget about the numbers. They can make an impact on a team regardless of if they're scoring or not. There's always a lot of guys like that. So, D'Lo,
and you know what? I think with Murray going to the Pelicans, that's an insurance policy for Brandon. They don't trust Brandon. They don't trust him. They don't feel like he can stay healthy for a whole full year, bro.
I think they're gonna flip Brandon Ingram. I think they're gonna trade him.
They have to, bro. Because I mean, they have to because they just not got Dejounte Murray, and
They don't want
Brandon Ingram is
they don't want to pay him the max. That's the real reason they want to trade him. These small market teams,
true.
they're not making big money because they don't go deep in the playoffs, right? Every year, so they don't sell a lot of merch either. And so, obviously, you know, they got to flip Brandon if they don't want to pay him. So that's the unfortunate thing for them. But let's see,
because you can't keep 3 big contracts on that same team, Dan. To be honest with you, you got Dejounte Murray, you got him and Z.
I just don't, you know, I don't think any major market teams are going to pay Brandon. I think if he gets
I know.
It has to be to like a rebuilding team that's got nothing, you know, a team like Detroit or somebody like that, you know, somebody who's
Orlando, Charlotte,
something. But you know, I think he's already kind of hit his peak. I feel like he was underdeveloped, unfortunately for him.
And it's injuries, bro. Yeah, they played a part as well too, man.
He has
really derail you,
unfortunately. But Nico, again, thank you so much for the call, my brother.
No problem. Thank you for taking my call, brother.
Of course, man. Anytime, and we will be going live as soon as anything breaks. You guys know where to find me. Appreciate you, Nico. Have a good one. All right.
All right. You too, brother.
All right, brother. Guys, that wraps it up for the phone call portion. But I will be answering questions. My sis Tara says Mitchell hasn't signed yet. That's a great point. I do believe he'll eventually re-sign, but that's going to be even harder for the Lakers to deal with the Cavs, in my opinion. It's just because we know how Dan Gilbert feels about LeBron. He low-key dislikes him. He already proved that before. And, you know, I don't think he's going to be helping the Lakers anytime soon. But you know what? I would love Donovan Mitchell. He would be like the dream scenario for the Lakers. If they got Donovan Mitchell, then they can have anything except for AD and LeBron. And I would hope we can keep Austin. But if not, that's one of the few players I would trade him for. But, you know, right now, if I'm the Lakers, my entire focus is on Trey Young. I really see no reason why the Hawks would keep Trey Young. I think they'd be a stupid franchise to hold on to him at this point and not do the full tank after trading, you know, Dejounte. They also want to offload Capella, so they might be a package deal. If this trade takes longer between them and whatever team they want to trade Trey Young to, is because they're probably trying to attach that disgusting Clint Capella contract to Trey Young, which is going to make it really hard, right? You really have to give up a ton of salary. You might have to do a 3-team deal and get different teams, you know, involved. So there is that. All right, question time. Let's see. Would the Lakers have enough money to keep Max if they go out and get Trey? From what I'm hearing, bro, to be honest with you, no. From what I'm hearing, no, unless I think they sign him first, then they do the Trey Young deal. But then again, the CBA is so complicated. I know there's different rules. If you like involve players that are already under contract, so let's just say D'Lo opts in, then if he opts out and then re-signs and then trade it, then you hard cap yourself, and then you cannot re-sign your restricted free agents, I think, or something like that. It's really complicated and it's counterproductive. I really don't understand why the new CBA is like this. Like the caller said earlier, you know, it takes away, like my guy Prince said earlier, it takes away a little bit of the excitement of free agency because now everybody's kind of like has their hands tied. But the good news is you do get to see who's serious and who's willing to spend and go over the aprons and all of this with trades and free agent signings versus who isn't, right? So that's the good news. Pelinka used to be an agent, maybe bad blood. There has to be some conspiracy against LA getting squeezed out of trades. Only Minnesota, Washington, OKC, Utah make deals with the Lakers. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's not a conspiracy. Historically, it's happened. I don't know if you guys realize every time the Lakers make a trade, the whole league gets mad, right? Remember when we were trying to trade for Anthony Davis and Greg Popovich was on the phone calling, you know, teams not to do it. Don't do it. They were calling the Pelicans. And matter of fact, one of the GMs of the Pelicans had to get fired in order for them to override and make the trade because we were giving up tons of value, right? We gave up Ingram. We gave up Josh Hart. We gave up Lonzo Ball. We gave up 4 first-round picks and a pick swap. So we gave up a lot of value, and teams still didn't want to deal with us in good faith, right? So that's unfortunate. It's not really a conspiracy. It's just history, man. History has it that the Lakers are so hated. We've won so much. We've eliminated your favorite team's favorite player so much. They don't want to deal in good faith with us. They want to keep us down. Remember what Mark Cuban said when Kobe Bryant was hurt? He said that he hated it for Kobe, but that he was happy that the Lakers were irrelevant right now. And that's generally how I believe 85% of the league feels. The Laker tax is a real thing, fam. It is a real thing, and it's here. Unfortunately, we see it every time. Every time there's a trade. Listen, the Lakers were heavily rumored to be involved with the Hawks from the trade deadline all the way till now. And matter of fact, Woj and Shams were reporting that trade talks were going to pick up, that they were expected to pick up between Dejounte, the Hawks, Dejounte for the Lakers. And what happened? Nothing came of it, right? They just pivoted away and made a trade with another team. And again, I believe they could have got more for Dejounte Murray than just 2 first-round picks and Larry Nance. And again, I like Larry, not to talk crap about him, but he is just a workhorse, a hard-nosed player who rebounds and dunks. That's all. Once in a while, he'll smack a 3. That is about it, right? He plays some solid defense. Cool utility little player, but it's nothing that really moves the needle for the Hawks. And I get it. They want to tank, but they should have threw in, a couple more second-round picks or at least a third first-round protected pick. Then I would have been like, okay, fair deal, right? But the Lakers would have gave up 2 first-round picks unprotected for Dejounte. They would have given up Rui, who has a bright future, and he has a very good contract under him right now. And they would have gave up, I believe, either Gabe Vincent or D'Lo if he opts in, just to make the contract work. I think that would be the trade for Trey Young, right? And even then, I don't expect the trades to happen. I really don't. But if they do, I'll be very pleasantly surprised. I do expect Trey Young to be on the move. I think it's like kind of what Portland did to Damian Lillard, where they held on an extra year to him. And then it was counterproductive, right? They should have traded him while the iron was at its hottest. That's what I think they should do with Trey Young right now. So, again, I'm expecting to see him move. I'd be surprised if they end up saying they're going to hold on to him and keep him, because then it's like, what are you doing, right? And there's a lot of clueless front office executives out there, a lot of real clueless ones. But according to Woj, the Hawks aren't done yet. They are expected to make more moves. So I don't know if that means Capella or if it means obviously Trey Young. But here's the fun fact, and I posted it earlier on the channel, right? Trey Young unfollowed everything Hawks. He basically removed everything from his Instagram. Read whatever you want into that. That is what happened. It is what it is. All right. Well, moving forward, man, let's see what happens. Moving forward. What do you guys think? What are your predictions, guys? Make sure you drop them off in the chat. What do you guys think is going to happen here with the Lakers? Are they going to stand pat and just make fringe moves? Are they going to make some sort of a deal here? Maybe land a Jeremy Grant, a Trey Young or something, some sort of splash? Or is this what we have to look forward to? Basically run it back with a couple of new rookies and maybe a couple more role players. Maybe the biggest splash of the offseason is going to be a big man. Maybe the Lakers trade for Brook Lopez So it is what it is. Let's see. These bozos will forever cry foul if the Lakers win a trade. That's exactly what happens every time. I agree. Trade with the Lakers would be great. It would be great. Trade don't follow the Hawks. He removed. Somebody sent me a link, a picture of him removing, and I checked it myself. I confirmed there's absolutely nothing Atlanta Hawk in his Instagram page. Like, he removed every picture with the symbol, everything. So I'm expecting something to happen. Maybe his agent hit him up and said, "Is either going to be your Dejounte Murray being traded?" Maybe. But I for sure would think that the Hawks will want to hit the full reset after this. From what I heard, only 2 players were untradeable, right? And that was the power forward Johnson and their first overall pick. So if the rumors are true, then Trey Young should be on the move. Hopefully not to the Spurs, guys. I would be so ecstatic if we landed Trey, and I think eventually you guys would be too. I think we land Trey, we get to 50 wins for sure in the West. We end up a top 4 seed in the West, and we'll actually have a formidable guard who actually performs in the playoffs, unlike others. I'm not going to mention no names. I'm not going to throw no shade. It's all love, but I'm just saying unlike others, right? We'll see what happens moving forward, guys. Make sure to hit that sub button, like button, subscribe, and turn on the post noti bells, because you know what? It is going to be interesting, guys. You see all these trades that are happening now. Your boy's breaking it to you, live as they happen and all of that. So I'll keep my ear low to the ground. If anything breaks, you know where to find me. Follow me over on Playback TV as well, man. Playback.tv/DTLF, man. So make sure you guys follow me over there as well. A lot of content coming. Good take, bad take, all that good stuff. So we'll stay tuned for everything, guys. Appreciate you. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out, and we'll talk soon. Peace.